Should you find these thrilling speculations as intriguing as we do, it is important to remain informed about the latest developments concerning a certain player's future and the noteworthy shifts taking place in Los Angeles. Let us delve into the possible consequences if a particular player is traded during this summer and how the team might adjust its lineup in the quest for another championship. Picture the general manager orchestrating a trade that involves an expiring contract accompanied by significant potential. In return, the team could aim to secure a versatile wing defender and a shooting specialist. A player possessing attributes akin to another prominent athlete in the league would be preferable. This player's exceptional blend of rim protection, corner shooting ability, and adaptability has established them as one of the elite two-way big men. Combining this individual with dynamic stars could drastically alter Los Angeles' defensive scheme almost instantly. On another note, a sign-and-trade centered around this player might open doors for a seasoned veteran guard, potentially along with future draft selections. The established shooting capabilities of certain individuals, paired with their experience in high-stakes situations, could offer immediate solutions for spacing, while the off-ball movement of others might keep defenses honest at the perimeter. The team might also use draft selections to acquire a third star via trades, considering a mix of assets for an explosive scorer in his prime, whose ability to penetrate defenses would complement the team's existing strengths perfectly. Alternatively, some discussions among team members suggest enhancing the front court following this player's exit and the valuable cap space that has resulted. The mid-level exception or trade assets could be strategically deployed to seek out a defensive cornerstone. Players recognized for their versatility could emerge as attractive targets, given their skills in hedging screens and excelling in rim protection, which would be advantageous. For a considerable time, bolstering interior defense has been a primary objective for the team, and an offer centered on this player's contract, along with a first-round draft choice and an up-and-coming wing, could greatly influence negotiations. Nevertheless, it is vital to acknowledge that trading this player would create a gap in the backcourt. The team may need to rely on particular lineups, potentially entrusting greater responsibilities to younger players alongside established guards. Cultivating these emerging talents will be essential, possibly involving consideration of future drafts to identify high-potential prospects. Alternatively, the organization might opt to acquire a reliable veteran backup point guard, enhancing the team's basketball IQ and providing additional ball-handling support for the established stars. Detractors of the trade notion highlight the remarkable chemistry this player shares with a key star, as well as the threat they pose as a catch-and-shoot option when defenses collapse. They contend that this player is among the few who can consistently space the floor, keeping the offense fluid during the star duo's rest periods. Nevertheless, the front office has demonstrated a readiness to embrace risk and adapt swiftly. If another player or package of picks presents a better chance for a title run, emotional attachments will not impede the decision-making process. Shifting attention to the overall roster composition, trading this player represents a commitment to maximizing every dollar within a limited salary cap. With substantial salaries committed to the star players, maintaining cap flexibility becomes crucial. Every transaction must consider salary matching regulations and future tax implications. A trade involving this player, which could liberate significant cap space, would facilitate mid-level exceptions, enabling the team to bring in energetic role players while preserving depth assets. Salary cap management is crucial in the current NBA landscape. Every decision must take into account the salary cap parity rules and the long-term financial consequences. A deal involving a player that frees up between $15 million and $20 million in cap space opens the possibility for the Knicks to recruit two dynamic role players, while keeping assets like Talon Horton-Tucker and Max Christie. In this scenario, the Lakers could form a starting lineup with Doncic, LeBron, Jackson Jr., an efficient point guard, and a defense-focused center. Moreover, they would maintain flexibility to explore free agent opportunities. However, none of this materializes unless the market meets the franchise's aspirations. The front office needs to conduct strategic negotiations, leveraging relationships built over time. Speculation has it that their connections reach directly to rival general managers, probing what they would be willing to offer. What would you offer for this player and a first-round pick in 2027? These interactions shape the summer landscape. When a team shows interest, trade discussions quickly proliferate across the league. And we cannot ignore the human aspect. The locker room dynamic could change abruptly. This athlete is beloved among his teammates for his dedication and contagious energy. His departure could spark the group, fostering a next-man-up mentality. Young point guards could seize the opportunity, bringing fresh vitality to practices. At the same time, more seasoned players would serve as mentors to the rookie, ensuring continuity in culture and accountability. So, reflect. Does the team really intend to part ways with their local star? Or is this all a well-crafted strategy to mask deeper plans? Perhaps they are using the trade discussions to maximize value and attract more substantial offers. In the current NBA environment, situations are rarely what they appear. The weeks ahead promise exciting news and unexpected changes that could reshape the Western Conference. We focus on the rumors surrounding this athlete's possible trade. If this content has piqued your interest, consider sharing your feedback and staying tuned for updates on league movements. Share your thoughts. Would you trade this player for another talent? Or would you keep the local icon and seek alternatives? The conversation starts now. For fans, it's crucial to stay alert, as the summer promises to be vibrant. It's a time when we evaluate every rumor and significant change within the team. Today, we're investigating the growing buzz that places this player in the spotlight during the offseason. Reliable sources indicate that the franchise is not just assessing the departure of this player, but might be close to finalizing it in a major deal. It seems almost unbelievable. The player who stood out, known for his ability to change the game's flow, could be traded this offseason. However, the administration's decisions have undergone significant changes. First, we must consider the financial aspect. He is about to begin the final year of his current contract, which totals 4 years and $53 million, with an annual salary of around $13 million. Reports indicate that the team has the option to extend his contract for another 4 years at $89.2 million, raising his salary cap hit to $22 million. For most franchises, this would be an obvious choice, securing a rising star for under $25 million a year. However, the team faces a unique challenge regarding the salary cap. Now, let's review this player's performance. During the regular season, he averaged 20 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds, with a shooting percentage of 46% and 37.7% from three-point range. These numbers are worthy of an all-star, especially for a sixth man who was not drafted. However, his performance in the playoffs was disappointing. He scored 16 points with a 41.1% shooting percentage, only 31.9% from long range, and nearly a 1-to-1 turnover ratio. Critics argue that when the game slows down and defenses tighten, the player is at a critical juncture in his career. He has proven to be an essential element in games where the team faced difficulties. Trading him could harm the fragile chemistry that led the team to 50 regular season wins. However, the management, always pragmatic, recognizes that affection for players is not enough to guarantee success. If it is perceived that trading for an impactful defender, such as a standout player accompanied by a draft pick, offers a real opportunity to reach the finals, that alternative could be considered. Additionally, this transaction could create a ripple effect in the roster, allowing other players to get more playing time, replacing those who have not contributed as expected. This shift could make these players defensive specialists under a new philosophy. At the same time, the team could find itself in a position to assume a contract that is about to expire as the transaction deadline approaches, either to increase playoff ambitions or to acquire additional assets if they are unsuccessful. Internal sources suggest that the front office has already started initial conversations with various general managers, evaluating possible trades. What offers could be presented for the player and a protected draft pick? Would it be feasible to include another player as part of the deal to facilitate negotiations? Reports indicate that at least 3 rival teams have shown interest, but the details have not yet been made public. Could a team seeking a third member to complement their newly formed trio find this trade appealing? Or could a team in need of improved shooting options recognize the value in acquiring this player, offering reliable rotation players and draft picks? Beyond the strategic considerations, there is also a personal aspect to weigh. How would this player react to a possible move? He has stood out in his current team, being well received by fans and restoring their trust in the franchise. Being moved to a competitive scenario could mark the beginning of a new phase in his career, possibly turning him into a protagonist in a new team that seeks to prove that the decisions of his current team were wrong. The buzz on social media may rise, with hashtags appearing in support of him. As the training season approaches, attention will shift to his situation. Would it be feasible for him to opt out of voluntary activities? Any sign, no matter how small, could be scrutinized for clues about his future. A collective clamor for his continuity has emerged, turning the decision into a true spectacle on social media, especially as preseason activities draw near. Every training session will be surrounded by growing expectations for his return. Will he choose to skip voluntary practices? Could he post mysterious messages? Every sentence will be analyzed for hints. He seems dissatisfied. The management is paying attention to this situation. They are evaluating loyalty. In the meantime, the administration will need to make well-thought-out statements. It is clear that there is affection for his presence. There is willingness for any conversation. The focus is on winning a title. This type of communication strategy is common, but fans will be vigilant, dissecting every word. Therefore, brace yourselves, fans, as the coming weeks may reveal one of the most impactful changes in recent times. Will he step away as a beloved figure or be traded? His departure could signal the beginning of an ambitious restructuring in the city. Either way, the ramifications of this decision will echo in every locker room, every front office, and every league highlight in the years to come. Stay tuned, because when this decision is made, the future of the team and possibly the entire balance of the Western Conference could be transformed forever. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, in a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the NBA community, Los Angeles Lakers star Luka Doncic made headlines yesterday with a controversial statement directed at none other than the legendary LeBron James. Doncic, who joined the Lakers this season amid high expectations, openly criticized LeBron's leadership and influence both on and off the court. The remarks came during a post-game press conference following the Lakers' disappointing loss to a Western Conference rival, and have since gone viral. When asked about the team's recent struggles and the lack of cohesion on the floor, Doncic did not hold back. "Sometimes greatness in the past doesn't mean greatness in the present," he said, referring to LeBron. "We need accountability and real teamwork, not just a legacy. This is about winning now, not about protecting names." The pointed comment has sparked intense debate among fans, analysts, and fellow players, many of whom were shocked to hear such words from a current teammate. LeBron, widely considered one of the greatest players in NBA history, has been a central figure in the Lakers' locker room and a powerful voice in the league for over 2 decades. His response to Doncic's remarks was measured but firm. "Everyone's entitled to their opinion," James said in a separate media availability. "I've always focused on helping my teams compete at the highest level. That's not going to change because of what someone says." Inside sources suggest there has been tension brewing between the two stars for weeks, with differences in playing style, leadership approach, and locker room dynamics becoming more apparent. Doncic, known for his fierce competitiveness and emotional play, has grown increasingly frustrated with what he reportedly perceives as a lack of urgency and discipline within the team culture. This surprising rift has prompted speculation about the future of the Lakers roster. While some see Doncic comments as a sign of necessary change and bold leadership, others believe it could destabilize an already volatile season. One thing is certain: the dynamics in Los Angeles have shifted, and all eyes will be on how the team responds moving forward. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.